565-DAVE, 565-3283, telephone and text if you would like to ask him a question or make a comment. Today's, you got a good chance here for just another few minutes before the end of the program today. Let's go with world news. Ukraine, Crimea, a lot of stuff going on there. Generally, what's your view? I mean, I don't know how much you get involved with all that stuff. You got a big house there, but what's your view of all this?
I'm concerned. I'm concerned with the not only the direction of our country as it goes to our military, but I'm also concerned from a global perspective. You know, our military has been downsized. I think that with the cuts that we've seen a lot more of our ships come home. We're seeing a lot more of our troops downsized, and I think that sends the wrong message to the rest of the world on the strength and our commitment around the world. But with that being said, like I served my country 16 years. I served in Desert Storm in Somalia. I want to be crystal clear what the America issue is before we ever commit troops or before we ever engage in a battle or a war that we have no end in sight or no clear plan. So what I'm looking at is the sanctions. We need to have strong sanctions. And then I think that we need to do some things at home. I mean, if we were not only an energy independent nation, but a nation that was exporting energy, we might be able to get more of our European friends to actually engage us in this situation before Putin invades one more country. But when our European Union friends are concerned about their own electricity, their own power, because 40% of it comes from Russia, I think that it is something that puts us all at risk.
Talking with Congressman Jeff Denham.
PowerTalk 1360 and 1280. Traffic.
Have those yellow oak cabinets that need a new or brighter look? Lancaster Painting can make them beautiful with some paint. Call 1-800-PAINTING today.
These are difficult times for Israel and the Jewish people who face daily threats. The government diverts funds used to aid poor Israelis to protect their borders. The situation is a crisis for the poor and elderly. Food boxes from the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews represent the gift of life for Israelis in need. One food box provides a Holocaust survivor food and hope. Show your support. Call 800-305-3779 or go to fellowshipfoodbox.org. That's fellowshipfoodbox.org.
Do you dance badly or hug in public? That's okay. You don't have to be perfect to be the perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care would love to put up with you. Call 1-888-200-4005 or visit adoptuskids.org for more information. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt Us Kids, and the Ad Council.
Being there matters. And in a world that can be uncertain, your United States Navy protects and defends America on the oceans. Where there are threats against America, anywhere around the globe, your Navy ships, submarines, aircraft, and most importantly, tens of thousands of America's finest young men and women are ready to defend America at all times. When pirates threaten commerce, your Navy is there to ensure the world's oceans are safe and free from attacks. When disaster strikes, like the typhoon that devastated the Philippines in 2013, your Navy was there, providing medical supplies and relief to those in need. When drug traffickers attempt to use the ocean to ferry narcotics to our borders, your Navy is there defending America. Your Navy is deployed around the world, around the clock, always ready. When it comes to protecting and defending America, being there matters, and America's Navy is already there.
Unexpected reactions to smart financial decisions brought to you by feedthepig.org.
Well, I finally did it. I opened a 401k.
So you're giving up? Just like that?
Giving up on what?
I'm getting an inheritance from a distant relative.
Don't you think if there were a billionaire in the family, we'd know about it by now?
Listen to me. We are one phone call away from riding horses on our own private polo grounds. One call from christening yachts, having a butler, using summer as a verb.
How do you figure?
Look, everyone's got a rich uncle somewhere. It's statistics. So the best thing you can do is just prepare for the inevitable.
Right, which is why I thought maybe it would be smart to take control of my finances. You know, start using a budget, get out of debt, set some retirement goals.
Budgets? Debt? You watch your mouth. Retirement shouldn't be a goal for us. It should be a way of life.
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
State 1-800-334-6760.
Restrictions apply. Up to 60-month agreement at minimum $49.99 per month. Not available in Louisiana. See Vivint.com for license.
1360 1280 Modesto, Stockton, IR Radio 565 Dave, 565-3283. Congressman Jeff Denham is here. Hello.
Thanks for having me, Dave. Always good to be here.
All right, callers, I want you to listen careful. We're short on time, so I'm going to say this. I don't need your backstory. Get to your question, okay? Start with Farmer John in Modesto. John, good afternoon and welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, Congressman. Why don't we finish building the Auburn Dam? I mean, Kyle Atkinson back in the late 1970s did the diversion tunnels done. The walls were all drilled out and ready to set the rebar, and they were getting ready to start pouring concrete. And that one idiot
all right, John.
to the rock because
John,
of the 3 mile little.
All right, this is what I was talking about. We just got to get to the question, okay? Why haven't we done the dam?
I'm with you. You know, it's certainly one of those projects that is on our list of projects to do, but it's going to be a battle to get it all the way through the Senate. We're looking to doing a Western States water bill so that we don't earmark projects, but actually authorize from a federal level all of the different projects that can be done. So Sites Reservoir up above Sacramento, Shasta. I mean, Shasta's our best opportunity. For $1.5 billion, we would be looking at 5 to 7 million acre feet of water. I mean, that's huge water storage as well. Private project, Los Vaqueros has never been built to what its originally planned level was. And then we've got Fryan Dam for it's our southern project that would allow more valley water to the south. So we have these opportunities. We have to just start moving forward on them.
All right, let's go to Riverbank. That's where Daniel is. Daniel, good afternoon. Welcome to the Dave Bowman Show.
Thanks, Dave. You actually made me answer my question, which was what watersheds are you looking at? So never mind. Thanks.
All right, well, that was easy.
My pleasure. I would say the one area that I haven't talked about yet because it's a smaller amount of water, but it's all of our local irrigation districts that, you know, all have the opportunity to raise their spillways. Even a small amount gets us several 100,000 acre feet for each one of those. Exchequer is one that's being paid for by Merced Irrigation District. And New Melones, you don't have to do anything to New Melones, and we can actually have an extra 100,000 acre feet to that, too. So we have a lot of different opportunities up and down the state that all create green energy in the process. So it not only helps us out from our energy standpoint, but it gives us that much needed water that we have to have not only for our ag economy, but here locally.
You know, you bring up an interesting point there. What's the counter argument to doing those kind of raising those spillways just a few feet? You're going to run into some political opposition.
Absolutely. Each one of these different projects is different, but you know, the environmental extremists can find something with every single project. With Exchequer, you know, even though there were no campgrounds in the area and was in an area that already gets flooded several times per year, we still were battling the wild scenic river. Now, it's not wild and it's certainly not scenic, but that small area that it was going to encroach on certainly had the environmentalists put us in an upside-down position on it. I mean, it's a very simple bipartisan project that we ought to have done easily.